Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger, and this week we're going to take a look at this week's patch notes. I know that Riot does cover a little bit, they do a patch preview, but I'm going to go through the full notes and tell you about everything that's been released in this patch in case you don't look at the patch notes. So we'll go ahead and jump right on in. As everyone should know, if you haven't noticed, they've kind of put it all across the top of the league, that the full release of Spectator mode is now out. You can check that out by right-clicking over by a friend's name. It'll say Spectate, and you'll be on a little bit of a delay when you watch, but nonetheless, you'll be watching Spectator mode. You'll be able to watch some of my games now, which is kind of scary, I guess. Anyways, besides that, we have some new skins in the store as well. There's Frostblade Aurelia, and then there's Rune Wars Renekton. Both skins look pretty cool, actually, so go check those out if you're interested in those. Taking a look now at champion changes in the game, it looks like Alistar now gains 1.25 magic resist per level. Amumu's Curse of the Sad Mummies cooldown has been reduced to 150, 130, and 110 from 170, 150, 120. And he now also gains an additional 1.25 magic resist per level as well. Annie's also received a little bit of a buff this patch. She's got her base health has been increased from 424 to 460, and her incinerate mana cost has been reduced pretty substantially from 80, 95, 110, 125, 140 to 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. And there's been a bug fixed on her Molten Shield where it used to return damage to towers. And the mana cost has also been reduced, and the armor and magic resist has actually been increased on it by 10. For Blitzcrank, they've updated the tips to play against him. Cho'Gath's movement speed has been increased by 5 to 320 now from 315. Dr. Mundo's received a little bit of a nerf this patch. His Burning Agony's base damage has been reduced along with its crowd control effect. His ultimate also is on a 10-second longer cooldown. A bug's been fixed for Graves where using a ward could break Buckshot's sound. Aurelia's base health has been increased from 515 to 546. Her health per level has also been increased from 85 to 90. Her base health at regen per 5 has also been increased from 6.5 to 7.5 per 5 seconds. And her base damage has also been increased from 56.3 to 59.3. There's been a bug fix for Jarvan for his Commando and Dragon Slayer skins that caused the game to hitch when using his Demacian Standard. They fixed a bug on Jax where his Counter-Strike could stun through spell shields. Kog'Maw's Void Ooze slow reduced to 20, 28, 36, 44, and 52% from 28, 36, 44, 52, and 60%. Lee Sin's Iron Will, Lifesteal, and Spell Vamp have been reduced, along with Safeguard and Iron Will cooldown have been increased to 9 seconds from 8 seconds. Leona now gains 1.25 magic resist per level. Lulu's Glitter Lance ability ratio has been reduced from 0.7 to 0.6. The mana cost has also been increased at later ranks, and updated Will Growth tooltip to reflect knock-up ability rather than knock-back. Malphite's had a bug fix where Polymorph was interrupting Unstoppable Force. Master Yi's Meditate cost for mana has been reduced, along with Highlander where the duration changed from 8 to 10 to 12 seconds from 6, 9, and 12 seconds. Misfortune's Bullet Time now deals physical damage. Double Up secondary target damage increased to 120% from 115%. A small bug has been fixed on one of Nocturne's skins. Nunu added a range indicator to Absolute 0, and now gains 1.5 magic resist per level. Olaf's Reckless Swing cooldown has been increased by 1 second at all levels. Lots of changes for Ryze this patch. In general, his base attack has been increased by 3 damage. His base missile speed has been increased. Recommended items have been updated. Animations have been updated for Overload, Rune Prison, and Spell Flux. Overload, the mana ratio has been reduced by 1%. But the ability power has been increased by 0.2%. Overload on Ryze has seen his ratio of mana reduced to 6.5% from 7.5%, and the ability power per ratio has gone up 0.4% from 0.2%. The range has been reduced for this ability by 50. Rune Prison, the mana ratio has been reduced from 5% to 4.5%, and the mana cost has been adjusted to be a bit less than it used to be. Rune Prison duration has been reduced time-wise. Spell Flux has been added to 1% mana ratio. A missile speed reduction on it. A bounce radius increased on it. And the mana cost has also been adjusted to cost less at later levels. As for Ryze's ultimate, his Desperate Power passive mana component has been removed and activates now, gives him a bonus move speed. Singe's base health has been increased from 448 to 487, a bug where Insanity Poison was reducing the duration of blinds and silences by more than it was intended. Sever's Boomerang Blade bounce attack ratio has been increased to 1.1 from 1. Soraka's Star Call duration of magic resist decreased to 5 seconds from 8 seconds, and mana cost increased at later ranks. Infuse will no longer target allied minions. Swain has seen a few bug fixes for his skins. Talon, Rake mana cost has been reduced, and his base armor has been increased. Taric now gains 1.25 magic resist per level. Udyr's Turtle Stance shield has been reduced at all levels. Volibear, they fixed a bug where Majestic Roar was reducing minion movement speed to 0 at rank 5. Warwick's Hungering Strike's damage has been reduced to 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16 from 8, 11, 14, 17, and 20. Zillion can no longer level up Rewind at level 1. In general, the turret base damage has actually been decreased, but armor penetration and damage to minions has been increased. Improved particle scaling on larger characters like Dragon and Baron. Champion skin names will now be displayed on the load screen. New option added to show all chat across teams or hide all team chat. Surrender vote failed message no longer appears for the enemy team. Deathfire Grasp has seen some upgrades this patch. Now builds off of a Blasting Wand and a Cage's Lucky Pick. The total cost has been reduced by 10 gold. It now grants 80 ability power and 15% cooldown reduction from what it was, 60 ability power and 12 mana regen per 5 seconds and 15% cooldown. Increased cast range, though, has been increased by 100, and active base damage changed from 25% and 4% of the total added AP of a target enemy health to 30 and 3.5%. Fetish Codex cost has been reduced by over 100 gold. Morello's Evil Tome now builds from a Fetish Codex and a Cage's Lucky Pick. The total cost has been reduced as well, this time by 20 gold. Sunfire Cape's aura damage has been increased again, back up to 40 from 35. Will of the Ancients now builds out of a Blasting Wand and a Hextech Revolver. The total cost has been increased by 400 gold. Atmos Impaler, Manamune, Archangel's Staff, Randuin's Omen, Force of Nature, Deathfire Grasp tooltips have now also been updated dramatically. Fixed a bug where Randuin's Omen tooltip stated the incorrect slow duration. As for Summoner spells, there's been a fix on Teleport where it could be used after being affected by crowd controls. There's also been a bug fix where casting Cleanse could interrupt Teleport. And Summoner Heal base value reduced to 100 from 145. Yikes. That's going to be it for this week's patch notes. If anyone has any questions, put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. That would be awesome. If you have any questions as to Spectator mode and when I might be on if you want to watch me, go ahead and head over to my Facebook page, The Angry Honey Badger. Just search for it, find it, like it, and you can ask me any questions on there about when I maybe will be on and when you'll be able to view some games that I'm in. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.